Alright, let's laser cut and resin fill a Pikmin. So, I have Lightburn over here. You can try out a demo or purchase a license and get yourself a copy of Lightburn if you're doing any kind of laser burning. Highly recommend it. Let's go import, and we'll import our Pikmin image. That puts it here. We'll make it a little bit bigger. So from here we still have an image. So we're going to trace that image. Right click and just go trace image. By default these settings are going to be good for what we need to do here, but you can tweak the settings, thresholds, smoothness of the lines, that kind of thing. And that gives us an outline of that the laser can cut. From here we have two eyeballs that won't really cut correctly. So if we select everything and right click and go ungroup, we can ungroup all those lines, and we'll select the eyeball, delete that, select the eyeball, delete that. We're pretty much good to go on the pattern. We're going to need to look at our speeds and feeds, and 600 good for me, 100% power on the laser, constant power, and 2 passes will do it with the Luan that I'm cutting, 2 to 3 millimeters. But 3 just make sure that the pieces kind of just fall right out of there. And if we select everything here and we regroup that, and we can preview the time that it'll take over, and we're looking at about 18 minutes. Don't think I want it that big. And 300 seems about, there we go. So we'll right click that, preview. Yeah, 16 minutes for in the ballpark of the right size there too. So from here we can save the file, and I save it to an SD card and take it out to the garage. Alright, everything from here gets really noisy. So we will turn on the laser. We're in basically our spot. What we haven't done is our Z-axis adjustment and focus. So I have a known spot where I can put this. I've tested it out and it cuts out nice squares here. We scroll down a little bit. Cuts out nice squares. Kind of got it figured out for what I need to do. I think we're going to go 600 millimeters, 3 passes, full power. And it should basically cleanly cut through this stuff. 2 passes should usually be enough, but I'll go the 3 just to clean things up. So at this point, what I need to do is get the laser down and focus it to the right point. For me, in my setup here is -63. That's not going to work for you. It's not going to work depending on what material you're using. You're going to have to test that out, cut out some small squares, see how it works for you. You're also going to have issues where you have flex. You may have issues where your bed isn't level. You may have something that isn't level, so you may end up having to do height maps and stuff. I haven't looked into doing anything like that. I don't need to yet, so at this point what I'll do is I'll get my position. I'm at -10 on mine right now. I haven't offset the Z. So we'll go down in steps at 10 here. So I gotta go down to -63. Go down. And go down. We can go down. We'll get the position. We're at 43. 54, 65, we'll go back down to 1 and we'll come up to 64, 63. So now my laser is pretty much in focus to cut that area. Everything from here gets really noisy. What I'm going to do, just make sure I don't bump anything. I don't have anything taped down, so if I do need to reset, power goes out, anything like that, I can rehome the machine and I can come right back to this spot, as long as I don't bump anything. I'm going to turn on the air compressor, we'll turn on the shop vac. Shop vac's going to take the smoke from the back, pump it out the garage door. Air compressor is going to blow down this tiny little needle nozzle here and try and blow away any carbon that's in the grooves while it's burning. That's going to help you get a much better cut. It also helps to plug in your air compressor. Now, you can use a small pump, and that's what I probably plan to do. We put a range hood up here and a larger commercial air pump, like from an aquarium bubbler or something like that. Right now, I'm at the risk of blowing breakers here and there, so we'll try things out. Okay, so safety glasses on. Don't do this without safety glasses. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit the start button. Alright, so we can turn off the laser now. Once that light is out, you can pull off the safety goggles. And there we have it. A yellow Pikmin ready to be filled with resin. So just did one side here. I'll usually dry that off first. This one is really thin, really delicate. But this is also really cold, and you can hear it. The tempera that was in there before that I neglected to clean out, a little thick, so the new warm stuff on top kind of mixing in with it, it's a little goopy, but so we'll let that set for a bit by Mr. Big Buddy. And yeah, and we'll have a black coated Pikmin ready to fill with resin.
Oh no, I'm steaming. Why are you steaming me?
Now it's just out here minus 30, you know, 20, 30 one night, and put this stuff up to the heater to help it dry, and it just started steaming, so it's kind of been in my process ever since. Really quick way to get things painted ready for the next step.
I forgot one important piece.
Okay, so we pretty much cured up overnight. Time to make some clear and pour a layer over top. Alright, it's been another day. Things have cured up here, and some of the things I put into just some of the scrap have come out of the pressure pot. Not too bad. So at this point, we can peel this off the silicone and flip it over and start working on the other side. If you want to do that, we'll take a look at and see what the back looks like. On this one, we'll have to do that because we do have the eyeballs and stuff. But on some other things, you might not even want to do that. You may get a nice enough shiny surface from the silicone itself. And we'll see what we get. Actually fairly stuck. There. And there we go. So, not nearly as green as it was before with the blue background. Alright, so we got our Pikmin here. And we just need to be able to hang it now. So I've got some suction cup hangers that you can get at Michael's in an assorted pack. Did a little bit of testing, and right about there is probably where I'm going to get reasonable balance. Let's hope. But there it is. Nice gloss to it. See the light reflect there. So we'll run back out to the garage, put that under the drill press, and be just about done. We'll get suction cup.